all day.
Just gonna wait till everybody come in.
Why you gotta wait, nigga? Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, come one, come all. Yeah. Yo, G. I see y'all coming in. We got back to the top. Pretty gangster. The Diddy's going on in and out. Lucky Lefty Bill. Christy O. Always plugged in. I see him now. Miss Cat, the law student from Cali, Quentin Brown, Jason King. What up? Blessed and Beyond, OG Patrice. I'm calling out as they come. Michelle. Yamini. Open Book. Y'all come in. The Vocal Coach International. This land's original. I'm gonna get a few of y'all in here. Hey, Gene Deal Show, Paperwork the producer. We ain't doing shit for nothing. On the Gene Deal Show. On the Gene Deal Show. Hey, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for being a membership on the Gene Deal Show. Everything is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Everything is appreciated, man. I told you, man, you got crazy people out here that's thinking like I'm getting all kind of messages. I got this nigga from Florida messaging me, talking about I said that Suge Knight was choking Puff and had him in the one that I said it, or I didn't repeat it. But let me just tell you something, man. I never saw Suge Knight put his hands on Puff. It wouldn't have been the Suge Knight. Me and Suge would have went at it like grown motherfucking men, or it have went down like that. Trust and believe. You understand? When I seen Suge with Puff, it was always been on some humble shit. You understand? They was always talking like on some, like when he asked today, he asked Suge, do you have a problem out in California? And Pac was still living. It was not an issue, wasn't a problem. So, you know, my man, get your information right, man, before you start spreading gossip or spreading lies. Because everything I say, nigga, I told you come from my mouth to God's ear. So I ain't gossiping. I'm just telling the motherfucking truth. You could put it ever you want to, however you want to, and you could still be riding over there with Vlad like you said. Continue to ride with Vlad, motherfucker, because I don't need no niggas like you, especially no one that don't know what the fuck you talking about. And if you got everything wrong yesterday, you got it wrong yesterday. What I said was I repeated what Cassie said. You understand? I give people their credit where credit due. I don't take shit and try to make like I made it up or I made it or I seen it or I saw it. If I seen it, I'ma say I seen it. If I got the information from somewhere else, I'ma say I got the information somewhere else. So you know what I'm saying? It's what I usually do for niggas like you. Fuck you and feed you beans, bro. Because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And go back over there with Vlad like you said. All right? Let me just start this off right here. You know, get that out the way. Judgment. Diddy is having his judgment on earth sitting in this courtroom. He's having his judgment. He gonna get another one like we all gonna get. You understand? When you believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is way the Christians want us to believe in. You know what I'm saying? Um, he's having his judgment on earth sitting in that courtroom. This nigga didn't get his judgment for City College. He didn't get his judgment for the Sean shit. He didn't get his judgment for the Biggie shit. He didn't get his judgment for the Wolf shit. He getting his judgment right here on earth as we speak. He has to hear and let everybody that's gonna know all that nasty, devious, demonic shit that he was doing. Y'all ain't heard nothing yet. Y'all ain't heard nothing yet. It's some shit that I can't even divulge to you motherfuckers because I was told by a father not to. And that's all I'm saying. Jamel Peterson, thanks for the cash app. I'll let that father tell his story. Now, the jury that they selected, one person on that jury said, I'm going to be in fear of my life. I know this shit ain't going to go down well. So I want to jump ship right now as we speak. I want to jump ship as we speak. Hey, Paul Kearney. What's the best damn sports podcast? Is it you? The best damn sport podcast? Is that you? Or somebody just love the best damn sport podcast? Which is it? Is it you? Or somebody just love you? Because I see a whole lot of hearts and it said the best damn sport podcast. So now, it wasn't, I think the juror said that, I don't know if it's the way Puff looked or what he said, or he just got people in the that he know that can do his bidding. You knew that when you took the job, Mr. Juror. I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Right. So that's the dude that's calling my show now. And because I'm on my phone doing the show, it came in and it messed up. Have a little respect. I'll call you right after this. You understand? I'll call you directly after this. Been trying to call you this morning before I aired your ass out. Cause that's some dumb shit that you said. And you're gonna put another podcast in there saying that you following him. Keep on following him. You ain't gotta follow Big G. Cause ain't nothing I said different, ain't nothing I said that was wrong. You understand? So we'll figure that out at a later date. Anyway. Peace. Hey, Dawn Abercrombie. So now, this juror asked the judge, can he be excused? You know what? And by right, the juror should have something to worry about. Because Puff do have the people that can do stuff. He does still have the money that can do something. Then he got his sons them out here brainwashed, becoming gang members in the whole 9 yards. And we know how that shit can go down too. Puff had his influence and could have used some influence on the Sean jury trial because they had a girl in there that was willing to take 60,000 to blow the case if it was going to go a certain kind of way. OG Patrice, I ain't see your name. Come on, OG. You too down for that shit, OG Patrice. And you know I got love for you. You know I got some love. Me got some love for you. Stop that, OG Patrice. Intelligent, what's going on? So, on the Sean jury trial, Wolf had got in connection with somebody who had connection with the girl that was on trial. And all she wanted was 60, 20,000 from each person. And Sean knows this to be true. Sean knows this to be true because Sean said, no, I'm not doing that. Sean said, nope, 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 I'm not doing that. Sean didn't want nothing to do with tampering of the jury. But Puff was ready to go. Wolf was ready to go. But Sean was not having it. And that's the God honest truth. Now, somebody asked Sean about that because he wasn't going for it. Puff was already willing and ready. So he got the people out there. He got the people that can sit down and, do something to me, anybody else that he want to. But I know how my people get down. They're going to have a whole lot of security because they hurt. My people hurt. And they sure going to make sure that his people meet me wherever they try to send me. That's how it goes. We born up under those rules. It's just a fact. If somebody do something to my brothers, I'm going to make sure they hurt just like I hurt. And I got cousins and brothers that feel the same way about me. That's the rule of law. Where I'm from. So now, but we don't want no violence. We ain't spreading no stuff like that. But I understand the jury. Let me just tell you something. This is how much I understand. Is that content creators, when I first came out, had nothing bad to say about Puff. I was the bum bodyguard that didn't have niggas ain't say, nigga, I own a house and a fucking apartment. So my whole thing about it is that I was a bum bodyguard living in a shelter. What else they were saying? Uh, I ain't have no money. I should have got this. Nigga, I bought my house with the deed in 1999. Some of you motherfuckers out there wasn't even born. In December of 99, I bought my house with the deed and the whole 9 yards. It got Gene Deal on that motherfucker. In the shootout in Harlem, August the 13th of 1999. was in the shootout. I said, man, I'm not staying in this motherfucker no more. If the niggas following me, they really gonna follow me. Let me buy me a house. Bought a house December of 1999. So what I'm telling y'all is this. This man can. And now he got sons that may feel a certain way, and now they gang members and everything like that. How do you be a suburban gang member? You grew up in the suburbs with butlers and everything like that, and now you throwing blood signs. Does that even uh, make that make sense to me, JT? Hypno chick. JT Hypno chick. You a real one, Gene Deal. Thank you, JT. Appreciate you. But make that make sense to me. Cause that shit don't make no sense to me. Oh, you want the Cash App? The Cash App button is right here. Listen, I only got one of these. This is the only thing I got left right here. I'm keeping these two here for to show you people. Gene Deal, My World of Bodyguard and Hip Hop Star, and Gene Deal, Life After Death when Bodyguard and Hip Hop Star. I'm keeping these two. I only got one set left. Everything else sold. I got one more I can sell that I can send as we leave today. I leave out the house today. I can take it to the mailbox if you want it. Just you got the Cash App, PayPal, Big Gene 52. And you'll get your copy. So I don't know how that make any sense of you living on, like Christian. Christian lived on 70th Street in Manhattan, you know what I'm saying, downtown with his mama in a big ass apartment with, what you call that? The doorman and all that other shit like that. He gets out in California or whatever he do, or Miami with his father, and he becomes a gang member. How do you make that make sense? I don't understand. But they may feel a certain way that they may want to get after some jurors. They may want to get after a Big Gene and people who love Big Gene and fuck with Big Gene. They might want to do that. They had the content creators so motherfucking scared that nobody was doing shows other than me and Jag until that nigga got arrested. Tasha K was brave enough to put Gina on her show. Tasha K did a show. Who else? Can y'all name some people that was doing shows? Help me out, because maybe I'm wrong. Big Gene, what do you think about Puff using Frank White as his FO check-in? He used to use Barry Gordon. Big used to use Frank White. He took that from Big. Big used to use Frank White as his check-in at the hotel. I'm telling y'all something that niggas don't know. You had to be on the inside. You had to be there. Big used to check in. His alias at the hotel was Frank White. Puff alias was Barry Gordon. I ain't mean to holler at you, Lauren. I'm sorry, mama. That's some clubs, you know, I lost 380-some% of my hearing. So I'm sorry, ma. I ain't mean to scream and holler at you. But he stole that from Big. That was Big check-in name. Hey, Gene. Oh, this is Rena. Hey, Gene, appreciate you for always telling the truth. Thanks, Rena. Thanks, Rena. I appreciate you. All right. Look at Libra Queen on top of shit. Big used the name in one of his songs. That was his check-in name. You know, Frank White. Frank White. And Puff check-in name was Barry Gordy. Barry Gordy. Sometime with that nigga used to use my name. What? Me not know that. Yeah, Frank. He sure used to use it. I'm trying to move this stuff up now. I'm sorry. So none of the content creators was out there trying to even, hear Gina's story, hear my story, hear some of Jag's story, hear some of the things that was out here against this guy. Now everybody eating off this guy. People was talking about me making stories about him. Nigga, stories can't come out fast enough about him. The content creators on it like a fat rat in a cheese factory. Like white on rice. Like Arabs on oil. Like Big Gene on a fried chicken sandwich. All over that shit. That's crazy. Christia, what up, ma? 100%. I know my man big now. Hello. Oh, yes, the Mann Act. Somebody just said that Puff has been charged with the Mann Act. Yeah, that was used on Jack Johnson because he used to transport white women across state lines and stuff like that. But they was his girlfriends. He wasn't having those white women having sex with other women. In 1978, they changed that law and they amended it, and then they re-amended it again in 1986. I'm very familiar with that. Okay? That was the Mann Act. But everybody's eating off of it now. Everybody's eating off the whole thing, and I guess that's what they're supposed to do. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. But I wish some of these content creators take back all the shit they said about me. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I wish they take back some of this shit they was talking about me. Yep. Yo, Miss Groovy 111, he used to use Barry's Gordy. That was Puff. I was there, man. I swear for living Jesus on everything I love. That nigga used to use Barry Gordy. That was his check-in name, Barry Gordy. When people come in and say, yo, I want to go to Barry Gordy room or whatever like that, they would have to say Barry Gordy. Oh, Chris Black. Crisis Black. Oh my God. Can I post it? I gotta post this Crisis. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And I love the shit out of Wolf Mother, Miss Jones. When I got suspended behind that Puff shit, Miss Jones helped me get a job at a substitute teacher at Watley. Shout out to my kids that knew me out there at Wally. I tried to save a couple of them motherfuckers. One of both, the two Big Red and the other dude that ran out the police station on the 32nd precinct. I think both of them got killed. Red got killed. Somebody shot him in the head, and the other kid got killed. I tried to save both of them. I seen how they was going, and I was trying to lead them in a whole different direction. But sometimes the streets get them. But shout out to my kids over there at Watley. Marlon Cozy, keep dropping those jewels, Gene. Salute, Marlon. Appreciate you. Marlon, they don't know it like I know it. And I ain't scared to tell it, Marlon. I don't give a fuck about these niggas, these street niggas with all that bullshit. Want to look at a nigga funny, say anything, nigga, you going to do a lot of things, but you ain't going to put your hands on me. You understand? I know that for one fact. You can say all you want to say, but you ain't going to put your hands on Big Gene. You understand? I did what I had to do because I thought that was the honorable thing to do to this nigga. He lived on the fact that he had y'all wanting to go to the Diddy party. And it's a lot of niggas in Harlem wanted to be at the Diddy party. There's a lot of niggas around the world wanted to be at the Diddy party. So now we know let me just tell y'all, we ain't talking about the freak off with Cassie. They still haven't gotten to the Diddy party that the celebrities went, the after party. I gotta take a break. Did y'all read that? Christ is Black? Gene, I have to say, the amount of love you have for Big's mother, Big himself, and Wolf and Riz is honorable. You have held every party accountable, including D-Rock, and have been fighting for truth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mo_313. The real G's I have raised up by a real gentleman and respectfully and moved in silence, not someone online gangster. Nobody, these men should be ashamed of themselves. Always salute to you, OG. All right, the real G's. I was raised by a real gentleman and respectfully and moved in silence, not someone online gangster. No, nowadays, these men should be ashamed of themselves. Always salute to you, OG. Yo, Mo, check this out. I was raised by a real gentleman from Philadelphia. And I understand the art of war. I understand that as a man who raised my kids in a community, that sometimes you just can't stand back and don't say nothing. Now, if it's on some street, it's on some street. If it's on this industry shit and these dudes out here that's felonious and faking and using their platforms to gain control of your kid's mind, gain control of F your girl up, you know what I'm saying? And want her being at the party, shaking her ass, taking her clothes and getting half-ass naked in the whole 9 yards and want to F our community up, niggas should be speaking out. I spoke up and I spoke out. You understand? And what people don't understand, I went through the proper channels as a gentleman do. I went to Puff, the people around Puff that was close to him. I went to the gangsters in the street, Zip, Chaz, Slick, that knew him also. I went to people and told them before I did any of this shit, before I started writing my books and shit. Now, he don't want to sit down and have a meeting to make it right by Big's mom, to make it right by Wolf's mother. I was more concerned with him making it right by Wolf's mother. I'm gonna tell the God honest truth, because he was wrong and he was filed for that. I was right there when he promised that man his $300,000. When I do this universal deal, you're gonna get your $300,000, and I'm gonna stop fucking with you. Wolf was roughing his ass up, and I'm laughing. I said, man, close the office door. Man, close the office door. I was trying to get this other comment up there. StreamYard is funny. So I was more concerned him giving Wolf, his mother, the money that he owed Wolf, because she wanted to take care of all his grandkids, made sure the ones who wanted to go to school had money to go to school, the ones who that she knew of, put that money into their pocket. She was becoming a millionaire. Wolf's mother, she had this massive lawsuit that was going to make her a millionaire before she died. It wasn't for her, it was for Wolf's kids. And I knew that for a fact. Me, Fidel, shout out to Fidel. Yo, Fidel, get that 5,000 together. You know you owe it. Don't duck and dodge me, nigga. That's my little nephew, but get that out your pocket, man. Shout out to y'all to hit that like button. So now, it's the lot that goes on that I did. And I had that dream. I told people about that dream. That dream said that I was going to be significant. I was going to be the one to take a sledgehammer and bring down an Empire State Building. They get this nigga the key to New York. Where the Empire State Building at? In New York. Who's talking about he was the king of New York? He was over New York. What look over whole New York City? The Empire State Building. I'm not surprised this nigga is getting his judgment on earth. Sitting in that courtroom. Everybody has to hear what happened. There's families that's suffering from City College. Big kids is suffering, not having a father here. Wolf kids is suffering, not having a father here. Some other family members are suffering from not having their father here. Stories that you'll never hear of. Maybe. That nigga is facing the music right now. He's facing the music right now in court. Live, laugh, and love. What up with you? People out there, they always say real recognize real. Know that it's real that the jurors may have some fear. Because it's a lot of evil shit that got to do with that whole camp. And when you see people that come to his defense, know why they coming to their fence. Misa can't stand the ground that nigga walk on. Misa is not showing up in the court for Diddy. Misa is showing up in court for Justin. Because she knows if that nigga go down, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Yo, this has been Big Gene. Peace. I'm going to see you soon. Probably later on. Because this shit is ongoing and on and popping. Peace.